Yeah, I don't know why. Hold on, let me fix my hair. Good job, Wyatt. Oh my god, if I could. Thank you, God. All right, guys. Today we're kind of ending off the I guess school um the school saga. I may tell some more elementary school stories just because I don't know. It kind of I don't know, kind of elementary school. There's a lot of good stories, but I want to kind of have my friends here to tell you guys those stories. Um, so the funny part was that my high school was absolutely dog water my first. So this is chronicling all of my freshman year of high school, and granted, I wasn't an Angel student, but I was the least of their worries. They somehow amplified the most of their worries because they let the athletes do whatever they wanted. Um, yeah, and so I have a disability called cerebral palsy. I can honestly like that's a whole separate video to itself, but um, it basically makes me slower. Is basically what I can. It makes it makes walking to class a lot harder. And it didn't help that I don't know why the people seems like all the athletes just kind of were the like I don't know what was wrong with my class, but they were as dumb as a box of rocks. Like it's like it's like they had it's like no brain activity at all. They would all just make out in the middle of the hallway. It was like it was like you know when you like say there's a group of homeless people and you drop on the ground. I know that's really bad to say, but or um it was basically like one of those fly honey trap things that they would all fly into. Like it was it was ridiculous to say the least. And I'm not talking. I'm not. I knew some that were cool, but um from from what what I would do every day was because my grades were so far gone that my counselor didn't even tell me how bad they were and would just lie and tell my parents, "Hey, he's passing," or at least that's what comes through my mind because um they just didn't mention to me, my parents, or anybody that hey, he's kind of kind of fell in three classes, which I could affect my grades, but at that point, it was like a month before school was over. So for one, I was scared too, and two, I thought my grades were steady because I was turning in on silence, but apparently not. Um, it got so bad to the point to where my teacher was like, or my counselor was like, "Yeah, we're just gonna, make his math period a study hall period because grades so far gone." And they were like, "Okay, cool. Anything else we should know?" No, he's doing fine. He's chugging along. He's steady. My parents were like, "Okay." Um, later that year, after we had about a billion little conversations about um my class and stuff, and when they're, by the way, my Japanese period, they had to do was swap science to Japanese. So I did end up having it, but this 3 months later, 3 months after school began, it was it was insane to say the least. And I don't know. I don't really have. Oh yeah, I have an actually really funny story. So my friend, let's just call him R and S. So my friend R in and S got a locker together. So all three people got a locker together, and they would just. It was basically like the TikTok trend, the TV slick trend. It was like that before that even was a thing. It just it just turned into this big thing that didn't even like. I guess it was known around the school as the worst locker because we would take like the, I don't know what they were, but they were the parts that you could unscrew on the top of your urinals, like right by the the flushing mechanism. They would take them off. They would stuff them in a locker. I remember they would take cones and road signs and things like that, shove them in the locker. Just do it because they they thought it was the most hilarious thing ever. And then seeing them move a mass amount of things off their locker when out of their locker when it was locker check day, that was probably the highlight of the school year. I mean, like just watching them have to just scramble real quick and try and figure out where they could stick. Like, I'm I'm pretty sure they stole like or tried to steal a whole entire water fountain at one point. Like it was just crazy things after crazy things. And I mean, that's just the kind of tip of the iceberg. I mean, it got so bad to the point where they put big rocks in their locker, and there was a literal crater in their locker, dented into the sides, and the janitor would have to come and um fix the dent. It was it was like the Wild West in both a bad and a good way. Um, and like we found out that if you stuck a pencil through an apple at a certain point in the locker because it had the like a permanent crater at that point, that you could just have an apple on there. And the amount of just random things that were in there, they shouldn't have even touched the locker. Um, I remember they stuck all their fishing poles at the point. It was just like it was absolute madness at its finest. And the fact that the school only caught on one time and didn't know where the rest of anything was, let me just say it was something else. It was something magical to say the least. It was like and they like it got to the point to where their neighbors wanted to move lockers because the crater was. And then, dude, it smelled like somebody died in there one day. Like it was, it was like you just, it was like opening up the mystery box in zombies. You just didn't know what you were gonna get. Like I remember going down there every morning and seeing what was in there. And I don't know, it was just kind of something different. It was something. It was other than my Japanese period. It was something to look forward to in the day, and I kind of miss having lockers. Just like and multiple people started copying it too. So um, they got caught though. Funny enough, I'm not sure who it was, but I know at one point in time somebody got caught. I don't know what their name was or anything, but it was just it was weird because they'd be like looking for this thing. It would be right in their face. They would check every. I remember one day they checked every locker but skipped one. Um, and they would like I don't know. I don't know how the school didn't catch on because I mean No offense to certain people. If I knew you know who you are. There was a bunch of dumb teachers that would blatantly ignore things if I don't have to actually do my job. Now let me just skip that. And it just all was a like magical equation. You had dumb staff with like the most like evil villain students of all time. I mean that in a good way. Like a mad scientist genius person, and you take them, boom, perfect storm of events. It the fact that the talent show went off without a hitch, I couldn't tell you. But anyways, guys, if you guys did enjoy the video, like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, guys, been Wyatt later.